The Joyful Feast of Maitreya, a journey into Buddhist, vegetarian culture. Imagine a bustling village nestled in the lush foothills of a misty mountain, where the air hums with the scent of jasmine and the gentle chime of temple bells. At the heart of this village stands a statue of Maitreya, the Buddha of the future, his radiant smile radiating warmth, inviting all to gather in joy. A group of villagers, young and old, are preparing a vibrant feast, not of lavish meats or decadent sweets, but of wholesome, plant-based dishes that honor the earth and the teachings of compassion. Their laughter mingles with the sizzle of fresh vegetables in woks, and the scene feels alive with a shared purpose, to nourish body and soul in harmony with the Dharma. This is no ordinary meal. It is a celebration of life, a reflection of Maitreya's promise of hope and kindness. Are you ready to join this feast, to uncover the secrets of Buddhist vegetarian culture, and to learn how simple ingredients can become offerings of love? Stay with me, for this journey will awaken your senses, stir your heart, and inspire you to bring a touch of Maitreya's joy into your own kitchen. And if you find value in this story, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this video to spread the light of compassion. Perhaps even consider supporting this channel through super thanks. To keep these teachings alive, the image of Maitreya, with his round belly and infectious smile, is more than a symbol of abundance. It is a reminder of the boundless potential for joy and generosity within us all. In Buddhist tradition, Maitreya represents the future, a time when compassion and wisdom will flourish, uniting all beings in harmony. But this future is not distant. It begins with the choices we make today, including what we eat. Vegetarianism in Buddhism is not merely a dietary practice. It is a profound act of mindfulness, a way to embody the principle of ahimsa, or non-harming. Every meal becomes an opportunity to cultivate compassion, to honor the interconnectedness of all life, and to align our actions with the path to enlightenment. The villagers in our imagined scene are not just cooking. They are weaving a tapestry of intention, where each chopped vegetable, each stir of the pot, is a prayer for peace. This is the heart of Buddhist vegetarian culture, where food is both sustenance and offering, a bridge between the mundane and the sacred. Let us step into the village kitchen, where the air is thick with the aroma of ginger and lemongrass. The villagers are preparing a dish inspired by the spirit of Maitreya, a fragrant lotus root stir-fry, vibrant with colors and textures that mirror the diversity of life. Lotus root, a staple in many Buddhist vegetarian dishes, is revered not only for its crisp, delicate flavor, but also for its symbolism. Rising from the mud yet blooming pristine and pure, the lotus embodies the journey from suffering to awakening. To prepare this dish, they begin by slicing the lotus root into thin, translucent rounds, each piece resembling a delicate flower. These are paired with bright carrots, tender bamboo shoots, and earthy shiitake mushrooms, all stir-fried with a light sauce of soy, sesame oil, and a hint of star anise. The dish is simple yet profound, a testament to the Buddhist principle that beauty and meaning lie in the ordinary. As the villagers cook, they chant softly, infusing the food with gratitude and mindfulness, a practice that transforms the act of eating into a meditation. This culinary tradition is rooted in the teachings of the Buddha, who emphasized compassion for all sentient beings. In the Mahayana tradition, particularly in regions like China, Vietnam, and Japan, vegetarianism became a cornerstone of monastic life, a way to practice nonviolence and cultivate purity of mind. The villagers' feast reflects this legacy, drawing on centuries-old recipes that have been passed down through generations of monks and lay people alike. Consider the story of a young monk named Ananda, not the historical disciple, but a fictional soul from our village, who discovered his path through cooking. Ananda was once a restless youth, quick to anger and discontent. One day, Tasked with preparing a meal for the temple, he found himself chopping vegetables under the watchful eye of an elder monk. Each slice, the monk said, is a moment to let go of your ego. Each stir is a chance to stir compassion into the world. Through the rhythm of cooking, Ananda learned patience, presence, and the joy of giving. His dishes, once bland and hurried, became offerings of love, drawing the community together in shared meals that echoed Maitreya's promise of unity. The lotus root stir-fry is just one of many dishes that carry this spirit. Another favorite in the village is a creamy coconut milk curry, brimming with sweet potatoes, green beans, and tofu, spiced with turmeric and cumin. This dish, with its rich, golden hue, reflects the warmth of Maitreya's smile, inviting all to partake in its comfort. The villagers prepare it with care, selecting each ingredient, not just for flavor, but for its role in nourishing the body. Holistically, sweet potatoes, packed with vitality, ground the dish in earthy sweetness, while tofu so often misunderstood as bland absorbs the spices, becoming a canvas for flavor and a symbol of adaptability. The curry is served with steaming jasmine rice, each grain a reminder of the labor and love that brought it to the table. To eat such a meal mindfully is to taste the interconnectedness of all things: the sun that nurtured the rice, the hands that planted it, the community that shares it. This practice of mindful eating extends beyond the temple walls, inviting us all to transform our kitchens into spaces of reflection. To cook a Buddhist vegetarian meal is to engage in a dialogue with the world, to ask, how can I honor life through my choices? How can I bring joy to others through the simple act of preparing food? The answers lie in the ingredients we choose, the intention we bring, and the gratitude we express. For those inspired to try, start with the lotus root stir-fry. Seek out fresh lotus root at an Asian market, or substitute with crisp water chestnuts if lotus is unavailable. Slice thinly, stir-fry with your favorite vegetables, and season lightly to let the natural flavor shine. As you cook, pause to breathe, to feel the texture of the knife in your hand, the sound of the sizzle, the aroma rising from the pan. This is mindfulness in action, a small but powerful step toward living the Dharma as we linger in the village. Watching the villagers share their meal under the gaze of Maitreya's statue, we are reminded that food is a universal language, one that transcends borders and beliefs. The dishes they prepare, whether a simple stir-fry or a fragrant curry, are not just recipes but invitations to live with greater awareness and kindness. I invite you to carry this spirit into your own life, to experiment with these dishes, and to share them with those you love. And if this story has touched you, please like, subscribe, and share this video to inspire others on this path. Your support through super thanks also helps keep these stories alive, allowing us to explore the wisdom of the Dharma together. The Joyful Feast of Maitreya, a deeper dive into Buddhist vegetarian culture. Picture yourself back in that vibrant village where the sun dips low, casting a golden glow over the temple courtyard. The statue of Maitreya, the Buddha of the future, stands serene, his smile a beacon of hope as the villagers gather for another evening of shared meals. The air is alive with the scent of toasted sesame seeds and simmering broth, as steaming bowls of noodle soup are passed around, each one a testament to the artistry of Buddhist vegetarian cuisine. This is no mere meal, it's a celebration of compassion, a living prayer woven from the humblest ingredients. Can you feel the warmth of the bowl in your hands, the anticipation of that first sip? Stay with me, for this journey will not only teach you recipes rooted in the Dharma, but also inspire you to transform your kitchen into a sanctuary of mindfulness. Let's uncover the stories behind these dishes, ignite your desire to cook with intention, and invite you to bring Maitreya's joy to your table. If this resonates with you, please like, subscribe, and share this video to spread the light of it, compassion, and consider supporting our work through super. Thanks to keep these teachings thriving. In the heart of Buddhist, vegetarian culture lies a profound truth. Food is a bridge to awakening. Each dish, when prepared with mindfulness, becomes a meditation, a way to honor the interconnectedness of all life. The villagers, gathered under Maitreya's watchful gaze, embody this truth as they prepare a dish that has nourished monastics and lay people for centuries. A fragrant noodle soup inspired by the Zen kitchens of East Asia. This soup, with its clear, aromatic broth, silky rice noodles, and vibrant medley of vegetables, is a canvas of simplicity and depth. The broth is the soul of the dish, simmered slowly with kombu seaweed, dried shiitake mushrooms, and a touch of ginger to create a flavor that is both grounding and uplifting. The villagers add crisp bok choy, slivers of carrot, and cubes of tofu, each ingredient chosen not just for taste, but for its harmony with the body and spirit. As they ladle the soup into bowls, they offer a silent gratitude to the earth, the farmers, and the teachings that guide their hands. This noodle soup carries a story, one that echoes Maitreya's promise of a future where kindness reigns. Centuries ago, in a monastery nestled in the mountains of China, a young cook named Lian was tasked with feeding a group of weary pilgrims. With only a handful of vegetables and a few dried mushrooms, Lian felt overwhelmed, fearing his offering would be inadequate. But his teacher, a wise abbess, guided him to cook with intention. Each ingredient, she said, holds the potential for awakening. Prepare it with love, and it will nourish beyond the body. Lian simmered his broth with care, chanting softly as he stirred, and when the pilgrims tasted his soup, their faces lit up with gratitude. That simple meal became a moment of connection, a reminder that even the humblest dish can carry the weight of compassion. The noodle soup we share today is a descendant of Lian's offering, a recipe that invites us to find abundance in simplicity. Let's step into the village kitchen to learn how to recreate this dish. Begin with the broth. Soak a piece of kombu and a handful of dried shiitake mushrooms in water overnight to draw out their umami essence. Simmer gently with a knob of ginger and a splash of soy sauce, letting the flavors meld into a golden elixir. Strain the broth, then add rice noodles, cooked until just tender. For the vegetables, choose what's fresh and vibrant: bok choy, carrots, or even snow peas, slicing them thinly to preserve their crunch. Tofu, lightly pan-fried until golden, adds a satisfying texture. As you assemble the bowl, pause to appreciate each component: the broth's warmth, the noodle's softness, the vegetable's vitality. This act of cooking is a practice in presence, a way to embody the Buddhist principle of mindfulness. When you eat, do so slowly, savoring each bite as an offering to your own awakening and to the well-being of all beings. Beyond the noodle soup, the villagers prepare another dish that reflects Maitreya's spirit of joy: stuffed glutinous rice dumplings, known in some traditions as zongzi. These dumplings, wrapped in bamboo leaves, are filled with a savory blend of sticky rice, mung beans, and chestnuts, seasoned with a hint of 5-spice powder. The process of making zongzi is a communal ritual, with families gathering to fold the leaves, tie the bundles, and steam them until the rice is tender and fragrant. Each dumpling is a small gift, a symbol of generosity that mirrors Maitreya's boundless heart. The villagers share stories as they work, laughing about past festivals and honoring ancestors who taught them the art of wrapping. To eat a zongzi is to taste history, to connect with a lineage of care that stretches across generations. These dishes, noodle soup, zongzi, and the lotus root stir-fry from our first part, are more than recipes. They are invitations to live a Dharma in everyday moments. Vegetarianism in Buddhism is not about deprivation, but about celebration, a way to honor life through the choices we make. The villagers feast, set against the backdrop of Maitreya's smile, reminds us that joy is found in simplicity, in the act of giving without expectation. You can bring this joy to your own table by trying these recipes, starting with the noodle soup. Visit your local market, seek out fresh ingredients, and cook with intention. As you do, reflect on how your actions ripple outward, touching the lives of farmers, communities, and the earth itself. As we linger in this village, sharing bowls of steaming soup and unwrapping fragrant dumplings, let's carry forward the spirit of Maitreya's compassion. These meals are not just for the body, but for the soul, a way to cultivate kindness in a world that so deeply needs it. I invite you to try these dishes, to share them with loved ones, and to make your kitchen a space of mindfulness. If this journey has inspired you, please like, subscribe, and share this video to spread the warmth of the Dharma. Your support through Super Thanks helps us continue sharing these stories, bringing the light of Buddhist wisdom to more hearts. The joyful feast of Maitreya, festival foods, and the heart of Buddhist compassion. Envision the village once more, now transformed under a canopy of stars, alive with the glow of lanterns swaying in the night breeze. The statue of Maitreya, the Buddha of the future, gleamed softly in the moonlight, his serene smile blessing a vibrant festival unfolding in the temple courtyard. The air hums with the clatter of wooden spoons, the chatter of families, and the irresistible aroma of steaming rice cakes and spiced teas. This is no ordinary celebration. It's a festival of compassion, where every dish tells a story of mindfulness, and every bite is an offering to a world united in kindness. Can you feel the pull of this joyous gathering, the warmth of community woven through food? Stay with me, for this journey will unveil the sacred art of Buddhist festival foods, spark your desire to create these dishes, and inspire you to share Maitreya's vision of harmony in your own home. If this resonates with your heart, please like, subscribe, and share this video to spread the light of the Dharma, and consider supporting our work through Super Thanks to keep these stories alive. In Buddhist tradition, festivals are moments to pause, reflect, and renew our commitment to the path of awakening. Food plays a central role, not as indulgence, but as a practice of generosity and gratitude. The villagers, gathered to honor Maitreya, prepare dishes that embody the spirit of abundance and compassion, drawing on recipes that have been cherished for generations. One such dish is bánh cheng, a Vietnamese rice cake traditionally made for lunar festivals, but adapted here as a vegetarian offering. These square cakes, wrapped in banana leaves, are filled with glutinous rice, mung beans, and wood ear mushrooms, seasoned with a whisper of black pepper and shallots. The process is a labor of love, soaking the rice, simmering the beans, and folding the leaves into perfect parcels, each one a symbol of the earth's stability and the heart's devotion. As the cakes steam for hours, the villagers share stories of past festivals, their voices weaving a tapestry of memory that binds them to their ancestors and to Maitreya's promise of a compassionate future. The story of Vietnam cakeries, a deeper lesson, one told through the life of a fictional villager named Minh, a young woman who once saw cooking as a chore. During a festival preparation, Minh was reluctant, her mind clouded with worries about her future. An elder, noticing her distraction, handed her a banana leaf and said, "Fold this with care, for it holds more than rice, it holds your presence." As Minh worked, layering rice and beans, she began to feel the rhythm of the task, each fold a release of her restless thoughts. By the time the cakes were steamed and unwrapped, their sticky, fragrant warmth filled her with a quiet joy she hadn't known before. The act of cooking had become a meditation, a way to anchor herself in the present and offer something meaningful to her community. This is the essence of Buddhist festival foods. They are not just sustenance, but acts of mindfulness, connecting us to the earth, to each other, and to the path of awakening. Another dish, gracing the festival table is a spiced lotus seed tea, a delicate beverage that embodies purity and renewal. Lotus seeds, like the lotus flower, symbolize the journey from darkness to light. Their creamy texture and subtle sweetness, a gentle reminder of life's quiet beauty. The villagers simmer the seeds with jujubes and a touch of cinnamon, creating a tea that warms the body and soothes the spirit. Served in small, steaming cups, it's a drink meant for sipping slowly, each taste an invitation to reflect on the impermanence of all things and the enduring power of kindness. The recipe is simple yet profound. Soak the lotus seeds overnight. Simmer with jujubes and a cinnamon stick, and sweeten lightly with rock sugar. As you prepare it, notice the seed's transformation, from hard to tender, mirroring the softening of the heart through mindful practice. These festival foods, Vietnam, cake and lotus seed tea, reflect the Buddhist principle of interdependence. Every ingredient, from the rice grown in distant paddies to the leaves plucked from nearby groves, tells a story of connection. To cook these dishes is to participate in that story, to honor the hands that planted, harvested, and shared. 4. Those eager to try, start with a lotus seed tea, which is simpler to prepare, yet rich in meaning. Source dried lotus seeds from an Asian market, or substitute with mung beans for a similar texture. As you simmer, let the process be a meditation. Stir slowly, breathe deeply, and offer a silent wish for the well-being of all beings. When you share the tea, do so with intention, inviting others to join in this small act of compassion. Vietnam cake requires more time, but its communal preparation can be a joyful ritual, a chance to gather loved ones and create something lasting as the festival unfolds. The villagers set their offerings before Maitreya's statue, their faces glowing with the shared joy of giving. This act of offering is central to Buddhist practice, a reminder that true abundance lies not in possession, but in sharing. The foods they prepare, whether rice cakes, teas, or the noodle soups and stir-fries from earlier parts, are vessels. For this generosity, each one a step toward Maitreya's vision of a world where compassion reigns. You, too, can bring this vision to life. Try these recipes, not as tasks, but as practices, ways to cultivate mindfulness in your kitchen. Share your creations with family, friends, or even strangers, and watch how a simple meal can spark connection and kindness. As we linger in this starlit courtyard, let's carry Maitreya's smile into our own lives. These dishes are more than food. They are invitations to live with intention, to make every moment an offering. I invite you to experiment with these recipes, to savor the process, and to share the results with love. If this journey has moved you, please like, subscribe, and share this video to inspire others on this path. Your support through Super Thanks helps us continue weaving these stories, bringing the warmth of the Dharma to more hearts. The joyful feast of Maitreya, sweet offerings, and the path to awakening. Step back into our vibrant village, where dawn breaks over the temple, bathing Maitreya's statue in a soft, rosy light. His beaming smile seems to dance as the villagers prepare for the final day of their festival, filling the air with the delicate sweetness of sesame and red bean paste. Today, the focus is on dessert's sacred sweets that embody the joy of giving and the purity of intention. These are not mere confections, but offerings to the heart, each one a reminder of Maitreya's promise, a future where compassion sweetens every moment. Can you smell the warm, nutty aroma of roasted sesame? Feel the anticipation of tasting something made with love? Stay with me, for this final journey will unveil the art of Buddhist vegetarian desserts, kindle your desire to create them, and inspire you to weave kindness into every bite. If this touches your soul, please like, subscribe, and share this video to spread the Dharma's light, and consider supporting our work through Super Thanks to keep these stories flourishing. In Buddhist practice, desserts are more than indulgences. They are expressions of gratitude, offerings that symbolize the sweetness of enlightenment. The villagers, gathered in the temple kitchen, craft two beloved treats, sesame balls and red bean mooncakes, each steeped in tradition and meaning. Sesame balls, golden and crisp, are a favorite across Buddhist communities in Asia, their round shape evoking wholeness and unity. Made from glutinous rice flour, filled with sweet mung bean paste, and rolled in sesame seeds, they are fried until they puff up, their crunchy exterior giving way to a chewy, sweet core. The act of making them is a meditation in itself, requiring patience as the dough is kneaded, shaped, and fried with care. The villagers work in harmony, their hands moving in rhythm, their laughter a reminder that joy is found in shared effort. As they place the sesame balls before Maitreya's statue, they offer a silent wish. May all beings taste the sweetness of compassion. The story of these sesame balls is woven with the tale of Jay, a fictional villager who once struggled with doubt. Jay, a baker by trade, felt his work was mundane, far removed from the spiritual path. During a festival, an elder invited him to make sesame balls for the temple, guiding him to see each step as an act of devotion. "The dough is your mind," the elder said. "Shape it with intention. The filling is your heart. Fill it with kindness." As Jay rolled the balls, coating them in sesame seeds, he felt a shift within, a lightness, a clarity. When the community savored his offerings, their smiles mirrored Maitreya's, and Jay realized that even the simplest act, and with mindfulness, could ripple outward, touching countless lives. This is the power of Buddhist desserts. They transform the ordinary into the sacred, inviting us to find awakening in every moment. The second dessert, red bean mooncakes, carries a similar depth. Traditionally made for the Mid-Autumn Festival, these mooncakes are adapted here as vegetarian offerings, their flaky pastry encasing a velvety filling of red bean paste. The red bean, slow-cooked until smooth and subtly sweet, symbolizes resilience. Its humble origins transformed into something exquisite. The villagers stamped the mooncakes with simple patterns, lotus flowers, or the character for harmony, each one a prayer for unity. Making mooncakes is a communal art, with children shaping dough alongside elders, their hands bridging generations. To prepare them, mix flour and oil into a pliable dough, wrap it around a ball of red bean paste, and press into a mold before baking. The process is meticulous, a reminder to slow down, to savor the present. As the mooncakes bake, their golden aroma fills the air, a promise of the joy that comes from giving. These desserts invite us to bring mindfulness into our kitchens. To make sesame balls, start with glutinous rice flour, available at most Asian markets. Knead it with water into a smooth dough, fill with mung bean paste, and roll in sesame seeds before frying. For mooncakes, source red bean paste or make your own by simmering adzuki beans with sugar until thick. As you cook, let each step be a practice. Knead with patience, fill with love, bake with gratitude. These acts align us with the Buddhist principle of dana, or generosity, turning food into an offering for others. Share your creations at gatherings, with neighbors, or even as donations to a local temple, embodying Maitreya's spirit of boundless giving. As the festival draws to a close, the villagers gather around Maitreya's statue, their tables laden with sesame balls, mooncakes, and the dishes from earlier parts: lotus root stir-fry, noodle soup, zongzi, and lotus seed tea. Each bite is a celebration of life, a step toward a future where compassion prevails. This is the heart of Buddhist vegetarian culture, a path that nourishes body and soul, uniting us through shared meals and shared intentions. You can carry this forward by trying these recipes, by making your kitchen a space of reflection, and by sharing the results with love. Imagine the smiles of those who taste your sesame balls, the warmth of a mooncake offered to a friend, These small acts are seeds of Maitreya's vision, sprouting in every heart they touch. As we leave the village, let's hold fast to this truth. Every meal is an opportunity to live the Dharma, to make choices that honor all life. I invite you to try these desserts, to savor their sweetness, and to share them with others. If this journey has inspired you, please like, subscribe, and share this video to spread Maitreya's joy. Your support through Super Thanks helps us continue this work, weaving stories that bring the Dharma to life. This is the end of our series, but the path continues in your kitchen, your heart, and your community. May your meals be offerings, your life a festival of compassion.